So finally, we're going to look at some quarterbacks. We're going to look at some tape. Welcome to the Jets Chaos Show. I'm Jets Chaos. We'll be back right after this. Okay, I am back and I am ready to look at the film all by myself. I'm going to take you through it.
Hey,
What?
hello, Jeremy.
Hey.
Put me on hold, bud.
Oh, Tony, what's up?
How are you?
I forgot about you. I put you on hold, didn't I? You called me.
Yeah. I want to go over a quarterback today. Pick one, anyone. I think we should analyze them together.
Well, you had mentioned Herndon Hooker. I didn't, I know he hasn't played in the NFL yet, really. He's been on the bench, but you said that he was a great example of how to pick a quarterback. So I'd love to find out why and see what you're thinking.
Okay, we did the video on how to draft a quarterback, right? The traits and everything we're looking for. I think he's coming out in 2 parts, right?
Uh-huh.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we should apply that to Hendon Hooker.
Oh.
Let's go through everything.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's bring up his footage.
Okay, now let's start with his background. Hold on before you bring up footage. Okay? His father and his brother were both quarterbacks. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Right. So obviously it's in his blood. Now, he played for Tennessee. He played great competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing about Tennessee is that it's a non-pro offense. But we talked about that. You can learn that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now he was drafted into a great situation. The Detroit Lions, they have a what? We went over the O-line, didn't we?
We did. We talked about what we need to do with an O-line.
Did we mention Detroit's O-line, how good it was?
I think we did.
But he also has a great supporting cast, and he also could sit behind a good quarterback for a year. Then when we went over the ability to hit the route tree, every throw. Hendon Hooker could hit everyone with ease. We went over arm strength. Hendon Hooker has above average arm strength. Is this true?
This is true.
Now, the things that he needs help with are reading defenses, running progressions. Right? He was a one-read quarterback at Tennessee. But we talked about that already. Those are something that you could teach a young quarterback, correct?
Correct.
Now, that easily translates. He could be a one-read quarterback that has a dump off and who could run. Right? So the worst-case scenario is you have a very high-quality backup quarterback. But he's a bright kid, so you could teach him. Now, how old is Hendon Hooker? He's 25. We went over quarterbacks drafted by age. Didn't we find a couple of good ones?
Oh, yeah. Age doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, who cares?
Right, exactly. He's 6'3", 221 pounds. That's like the perfect size. He runs a 4.7 540. Now, we went over, the traits of a quarterback. Poise, can stand in a pocket and scan under pressure. We're going to see that in the film. Fluidity, could he throw off of a different base? We're going to see that. Escapability, could he throw off platform? We're going to see all of this. Anticipation and throwing a receiver open. He's excellent at these. Now, we talked about arm talent in that video, didn't we?
Yes.
Throwing the ball with varied arms, ball speed, ball placement, catchability, varied arm angles. Does he have enough arm strength? Those are all things that that you need to see in a quarterback. Now let's look at his tape, because you're going to see everything in Hendon Hooker. Now remember, when we're looking at the tape, we're looking at throws that could be used by an offensive coordinator in the pros.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at catchability, you're looking at ball placement, you're looking at touch. That's very important. Now, Tennessee has a quarterback right now. His name is Milton. You look at his tape, he does the same thing Zach did. He throws it 100 miles an hour. He has or as far as he could down the field. He has very little touch throws. He's going to be a 6th or 7th round pick if he's even drafted. This kid, Hendon Hooker, can make every throw from any platform. And you're going to see it with all his throws. And there's a high level of them. There's quite a few of them. Most of the time when you're looking through a year's worth of tape, you might find 4 or 5, wow throws. But we have at least 25, 30 from him that you could look at that are going to be pro, they're definitely pro throws. Now you want to throw him the first one?
Okay. Look at this deep pass. Boom. Wow, that was right on the money.
Okay, perfect ball placement, under pressure. The pocket's collapsing. He stands in there, he shows poise. Perfect touch. You see it?
We saw it. Well, here it is again in instant replay. Watch how it drops in. Oh, perfect touch, huh?
What's the catchability on that?
The defender had no chance at that. It literally dropped in from the sky right into his chest. It was just unbelievable. Can't ask for it to be thrown better than that. This is the next play. Throwing from his own end zone.
Okay, now, that's an arm strength throw. When you're looking at tape, you see this once or twice, it checks the box. This is where they drop the ball when it comes to analyzing a quarterback. As long as you have enough arm strength to make this throw, you just check off the box. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see this. If you're showing me this when we're looking at a quarterback more than a couple of times to prove that he can make the throw, then you're looking in the wrong places. And this is where they failed with Zach Wilson. You're looking in the wrong places. This doesn't win you games. This is the ability, if every quarterback in the NFL, 95% of them have no issue making these type of throws.
Right.
If you can't make this throw, you're not draftable.
Right. Because you're just throwing right at the guy.
Right. You kick them out right away. Okay? So this is not a draftable throw. That's why we put it in here. Just to show that if you're looking at this and say, oh, wow, this guy throws 60 miles an hour, that's not what you're looking for. You need to have the arm strength to make this throw. That's it. Now, didn't we go over that list on a couple of videos ago of people who threw hard?
Yeah, well, we have a quarterback right now who's really good when a guy is standing there wide open with no defenders and he just has to throw the ball at the person.
Right. Now, how many of the quarterbacks that threw 57 miles per hour or higher are actually playing in the pros? There's like 4. There was 40 drafted the past 15 years. 4 of them were in the pros. So anybody checking up, oh, Milton's got to be a pro, has no idea what they're talking about. Am I right or wrong?
Right. Milton's the guy who replaced Herndon Hooker at Tennessee.
Right. All he does is throw darts all day long like this. That's not what you're looking for from a quarterback.
Right.
Now let's go to the next play.
Okay, here we go. Down the sideline. I paused it. Look at this. Look at this. Look where he is. Well covered. Zach Wilson doesn't even throw the ball. Sorry, I know I'm not supposed to bring him up.
No, he's throwing this ball out of bounds.
Right.
Zach Wilson throws this ball out of bounds all the time.
Look at that. Look where that fell. Look where that fell.
Now, that is perfect ball placement. Perfect touch. Perfect everything. You can't teach that.
Look at this. Yeah, he's wide open, but you notice how he didn't have to slow down at all for that ball?
Now, throwing in stride, that throw is worth probably 10 touchdowns to the Jets over the past 2 years. Just that particular throw.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have a quarterback that could do that. Now, that's the second one, right? If you show me just that throw to a wide open receiver, that's not a draftable quarterback either.
Right.
Right? If you're going to sit back there all day and just hit the wide open guy, that's not what you're looking for either.
Right.
But he's undraftable if you can't do that.
Right.
And that's what really messed up with Zach Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
He can't do that. Correct? We saw it.
He cannot throw from the pocket to either sideline in step, in stride with a receiver. He's never done it.
Right. Okay, so let's bring up the next play.
Look at that.
Now, look at the ball placement. Okay, we talk about throwing a receiver open. Do you see where he placed that ball when nobody could catch it but his receiver?
It was unbelievable.
Could you bring that back just a second and show it again?
Let's see.
Okay, look at where that ball is. This is a perfectly thrown football. The touch, the arm speed that he used to get it there, okay, it's like a perfect thrown ball. This is what you're looking at when you're talking about on time.
Unbelievable.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh, here it is in slow motion. Look at this. Oh. I mean, there's no way the defender can get it. He's the only one on the field who can catch that football.
Right. Now, when we're talking about pro defensive backs, right, defenders and the pros, they're not breaking that up. But if you go to other quarterbacks and you insert a pro, cornerback into the tape, they're breaking up the majority of what they're doing. That is a perfect throw. That's on time, and it's all over this kid's tape. Let's go to the next one.
Okay. This is him from, the 35-yard line?
Now, we saw that on the left side, right?
Yeah.
That same exact throw, right?
Yep.
Did you see the ball placement there, the touch, the arc, right?
It's just perfect. Look where look where it comes down. Look where it comes down. I mean, it just comes straight down. Look where it's flying. It goes over everyone. Look at that. That's the perfect shot. It just comes right in. The defender has no chance. If you see the ball right up here, it just dunks right down into his arms. No slowing down. Unbelievable.
Right.
Look how close the defender is to him, too. It's not like he's not crazy wide open or anything like that. It's just he's NFL open.
But the angle of the play, he puts the ball exactly where he needs to put it. If he throws it over his left shoulder, the pass is getting broken up.
Right.
It's not working. He put it in the exact spot he needs to put that ball. You can't teach that. Go to the next one.
Okay, here he is.
He stays in the pocket, pressure.
Look where he throws
Look where he puts the ball. Now, this is a contested catch play. He handed it to him. Did you see where he threw that ball?
It's ridiculous.
Only where his guy could get it. Now, look at what we have going on with Zach Wilson right now. He throws this ball 100 times. Every time he goes downfield, all he does is throw it up for our guy, Garrett Wilson.
Look where the ball is. Look where the defenders are. They're on him. He's going up for a contested catch. The ball's all the way up here. And look where it comes down. Right to him, like a magnet.
Right. But somehow this kid is not on the Jets. All right? I mean, but he's 23. He's going to be 25, 26 by the time okay. We've never had a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't care if he's 24. If he plays for 10 years and retires at 34, fine. Give me 10 years of this kind of quarterback.
No, hold on. Before you go on, right? We talked about teaching progressions, teaching how to read a defense. You can't teach the poise that this kid had. You can't teach the anticipation, the ball placement, the touch. That's not something that you teach a pro quarterback. That's what it's inborn. It's in you. You can't look at a guy like Milton who never does this and say, "Okay, we're going to do this." It's not happening. And this is worth 2-3 games a year, being able to do these types of throws.
Well, I see all the time when you look at the highlights. If you look at like the 30 touchdown passes a quarterback in the NFL throws in their season, I'll do an exact count and figure it out, but a percentage of them are just in stride deep throws down the field. And I'm just wondering, maybe that's why we have so few touchdowns, because we've had quarterbacks who simply cannot make that play.
Exactly. And it's a team game. So when you add in the fact that we've never had a real supporting cast, the offensive line's always struggled, then you add in the fact that the defense isn't scared of your cornerback, then you really have issues. They're stacking the box all day on you.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Again in traffic. Squeezed it right in. If you look what he did. Stayed in the pocket. He doesn't leave the pocket. He hangs right into the pocket. Throws it right through to him. Here it is in slow motion.
Now,
that was a rocket.
Did you see the ball placement on that throw?
Yes.
He put it where his guy could catch it. He put it away from the defender. And he added a little bit more onto it so that way he could get it there on time. He showed very ball speed. He showed ball placement. He showed throwing a receiver open, all on one play. This is what arm talent is. Not throwing the ball 90 miles an hour from a protected pocket. That's not arm talent. This is arm talent. And we passed on this kid.
Huh.
Go to the next one. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful. Look at this one. Down the middle of the field. Is that the same one? There's a 2 in the middle of the field, just like that. We'll go down to that first one. Watch it again. Did you see where that goes? Right over the defender's head. Only where he can catch it.
You can't teach that, Jeremy. I don't know what they're looking at when they're looking at actual quarterbacks. If you think he's not going to do this in the pros, that's 2 perfect ball placements. You know what Garrett Wilson does with that?
What?
That's a touchdown for Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. But that was just
keep on going. He's gone.
That was just threading the needle. I mean, look at that. He put the right zip on it. Very easy to catch, but he doesn't allow the defender to intercept it. Oh, that's insane. And this is all when he was with Virginia Tech.
Excuse me. Say that again?
A lot of this is when he was with Virginia Tech.
Right.
So he's not playing with superior players, and he's not playing in the different Tennessee system that people want to credit the system. He's doing this for Virginia Tech. And he's making those throws.
You can't teach a quarterback how to throw a football. That's the whole key.
Mm-hmm.
And this is as best as you're going to see throwing a football.